So with Nathan's disability, he's in a wheelchair, so access can be difficult in some areas of the house. You know, our house was not designed for a disability use, so a lot of the doorways are quite narrow. We have a little sort of a chicane that comes into the house, so then you have to go to the right and the left, and that's, you know, create a lot of issues when you have big equipment as well. We also have areas of the house we can't access because of he doesn't have a ramp to go, for example, to go outside of the house. It's basically impossible. We never go to the backyard because he can't go outside due to the differences.
I guess a lot of old houses in Melbourne, particularly, they wasn't really designed for that.
That's right.
Obviously, even for a new house, they don't have that in mind. The corridors, they tend to build to a minimum size.
Yes.
And just now you mentioned you want to even move the beds around, around the house. It is
I remember one year we had to get an ambulance out for Nathan, and then they couldn't get the bed into the house, into the main living area because of that bend. The bed was too long, so what they had to do was go through the backyard and come through the living room instead.
That's not really working for your family.
So it's not ideal.
Right.
And then you have go into his bedroom. You have a very tight bend there as well, and it's just it makes it a little bit more challenging.
I think predominantly it's the access issue. I can see the building can be modified with the hoists.
Which we've done.
Those equipment or the ceilings. This is fine. Other than the accessibility issues, I think you would like to have a swimming pool. Do you mind to tell us why you need a swimming pool for Nathan?
Again, it comes down to accessibility. We do take Nathan sometimes to the hydro port at Box Hill. But you always need two people. You need two people to come with you because to get in the pool, I need someone to help me. To get him out of the pool, to get him changed, I need someone to help me. And often it's depend on the weather as well. So then we thought, Nathan's very limited in his physical ability, but one thing he does enjoy and physically active is swimming.
Oh, that's nice.
So that inspired the whole project and wanted to build an indoor hydro pool for Nathan, and that's how this whole process has started. And at the same time, we thought, while we're doing that, let's extend his living area, let's make his bedroom bigger, let's make the doors wider, and let's get rid of that bend in the house. So they're the main changes we're doing.
Yes. Now, the other aspect is probably a lot of people never really engage a designer, architects to do projects like this. The other thing is people have no idea in terms of the time frames it requires. We know that we went through a fairly lengthy and painful process. Do you want to talk about this?
Well, I think speaking to other people who don't even have a child with a disability, I guess anytime you do a renovation or you build a new house, it is a long process. But when you have disability and accessibility issues, it's even longer because there's lots of things you need to think about that I guess a standard plan or a standard designer architect wouldn't normally be able to help you with. So that's where you need to engage, someone who knows that field and is able to help you, whether it's an architect with experience in the background or someone like an occupational therapist with experience there too.
Okay, that's good. The other thing is, this is pretty much a project for life, isn't it? That's something that this is probably the last projects that you want to do it for Nathan, that he will be able to have a good lifestyles that will help his situations and hopefully improve his health as well. Do you want to talk about the expectation in terms of the design time frame? People probably they generally they have no idea how much times
it's taken
it require.
There has been a very long process. We've actually had a few goes at this renovation over the years, and this is actually finally, I think it's probably the fourth or fifth attempt that we've actually gone all to this stage where we were starting to build soon. It has been a very long process, but the main thing is we wanted to make sure we got it right because, like you said, it's something we're going to live in for a long, long time, 20 years, maybe more. So it's important that we think about what Nathan needs now, but what Nathan might need in 10 or 20 years' time. So often, you spend endless nights thinking about, is this the right? Is this door in the right spot, or where's his bed going to go, and other
And materials as well. I think that I can see we spend a lot of discussion time in terms of what kind of materials that is appropriate for the house.
Yes.
Swimming pool situation as well. So there's a lot of research time spending on this.
Yeah, especially the pool and his bathroom. The surface, the flooring, you want to make sure you get right, because it's a wet area. You don't want someone to slip. You don't want accidents, but you also want it to be practical as well. So that's one of the biggest challenges actually that I found. And in terms of the rest of the house, you want to make sure that you do use materials that will last the lifespan of this renovation. Yeah.
One last item, probably what we want to ask is, a lot of people will ask, how about budgeting? That is always a touchy topic. Yeah. I know that's the area that we struggle a lot. I think probably it's something that is good to talk about. On the hindsight, that is pretty much the process that you almost engage the builder, start the projects. What would be your advice to people in terms of budgeting a job like this scale?
Yes, the budgeting has been the hardest part. Hindsight's a great thing, but but planning and making sure you get your plans done as soon as possible and get them done to a stage where you're happy with them, and that you can then get the right number of quotes back, so that you are. Well, the best thing probably to do before that is just to get a bit of an idea of what it will cost first.
That's right.
Yeah, and then at least you're on the right track. And then when you've got your final design done, and then you can tender out to say 3 or 4 builders, and then obviously trying to find the right builder again is another challenge altogether in itself. But
probably the next question I want to ask you, like, how do you select the right builder for the situation? Because it's not just the architects and the occupation therapies and involving your teams.
Yes.
Ultimately, who built your projects. Someone really have experience to do this.
Well, I think you're building a house that is not custom. It's going to have wider doors than your standard size doors. Your doors are going to be bigger. Your hallways are going to be bigger. So things are going to cost more. That's just the fact of it all. So and because you've got a lot of different design niches that are different to a normal house, you want to find a builder that you're comfortable with.
Yes.
Because there'll be changes you might want done here. You might want it there. You want to be comfortable with the builder. And I certainly know that with our builder, I could ring him and say, oh, look, I think we'd rather do this and rather do that. And I know he'll be happy to accommodate us. Yeah. And I don't feel like, should I ring him or should I not ring him? And I think that's what you've got to have. You've got to have a great relationship with your builder. And look, good quality builders will always cost more, I believe, But at the end of the day, like we just said, it's a long-term project. So, it's worth it.
All right. Last but not least, I hope we will look forward, to the end of the process and see the projects built to the level that you are happy with.
Yes. Well, we're very excited that we're finally about to start building after all these years, and in particular the last year that we've worked together on this project. So. Yeah, we'll follow it with interest, and I'd love to have you come around and have a look as well, and give me your opinions on some of the design aspects, and how the project's going. So it'd be great.
All right. Thank you so much, Alan, for your time and your heart to share these issues that is so close to your heart, and hope that this video can help those people that are in a similar situations.
Yep, it's a pleasure. Thanks, Vincent.
Thank you.
Thank you.